All right. Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be, and welcome back to MUET Made Easy. My name is Rehan. I'm a civil engineering student from the University of Malaya. For today, I will take part in delivering you guys on how to master the MUET speaking test. And I will also give some tips and tricks on how you guys can ace it and also get a very exceptional result. Without further ado, let's begin. All right. So, you may be wondering what the MUET speaking test is. So, basically, the MUET speaking test is first, it's a comprehensive assessment. It's basically a part of the Malaysian University English Test. uh, if you guys want to enter, let's say, University of Malaya, University Technology Malaysia, or UPM, other universities in Malaya, you have to use this. It's basically like IELTS or TOEFL, but it's specifically for the Malaysian student, which is basically designed to assess your English speaking proficiency. So basically, the test takes 30 minutes, in which it's divided into two parts. The first is the individual presentation, and second is the group discussion. And it will also result in 25% of your total MUET score. So, for this speaking test, it will evaluate your fluency, your clarity of expression, your critical thinking abilities, and also your effectiveness in interactive communication. Okay, let's begin on the first part of the MUET speaking test, which is the individual presentation. So basically, the rundown for this part is you will be presented with a scenario featuring four distinct questions, in which one of them is going to be given to you or assigned to you. And for the duration, you will have around 2 minutes to prepare, an additional 2 minutes for your presentation. So basically, your task is to elaborate on the specific aspect of the given scenario. Let's say your topic is about achieving happiness through good health. So you're going to talk basically about how you achieve happiness through, let's say, being healthy or exercising and etc. So success hinges on delivering a clear, well structured, and confident presentation. Okay, next. So this is basically jumping into the second part of the MUET speaking test, which is the group discussion. So the rundown for the group discussion section for the MUET speaking test is you will be assigned or joining a group of four candidates to discuss a specific question that is guided through you by a provided mind map. You will have around 3 minutes to prepare your points, followed by an 8 to 12-minute approximate discussion period. So, in this, you will demonstrate your ability to articulate opinions, respond constructively to others, and also keep the discussion flowing organically. Collaboration focus. Key evaluation points will include your interaction skills and also your team work, teamwork skills affect. Sorry, teamwork skills within the group. How effective it is. Okay, so here are some tips that I can give you on how you guys can structure your individual presentation. First and foremost, which is basically a common knowledge, is you give a warm greeting. Okay, you can begin by warmly greeting both the examiners and fellow candidates. Say you can give a greeting like, for example, you can say, "Good morning, everybody. How are you guys today? I hope you're doing well," etc., etc. You can do that so that your examiners and the fellow candidates will be pleased to listen to your individual presentation. Secondly, you have to introduce and clarify. So basically, you have to clarify your scenario and also the specific task as which is going to set the stage for your presentation. Third is you have to develop some main points or key points. Since it's a presentation, you have to make it as short and concise as possible. So, yeah, you can make around two, three, or even four main points that substantiates each with clear reasons and also some relevant examples for it. Fourth is for the proposed solutions. So basically, you have to explain how your solutions or ideas can be effectively implemented to address the issue. Fifth one is confidently conclude. What does it mean? Basically, you have to give a very well built and also a brief conclusion that can summarize your whole presentation, right? Okay, so here are some tips for the first part of the speaking test. The previous one was just how you guys can structuralize your presentation, and for this, I'm gonna be giving some speaking tips for this. So first, you have to verify your question. So you gotta double check your assigned question. So make sure that there won't be any misunderstanding. Second is time management. Okay, you only get 2 minutes, so make sure to utilize it uh, as as good as possible. Right, you gotta maintain a clear voice and also a steady control pace. And third is strong point development. Basically, you gotta prepare. Yeah, before what I said about this one, the develop key points. Yeah, you gotta implement it on this step. Okay, and make sure that you support your key points by using some illustrative examples. Fourth is sorry, some mastering your vocabulary. Okay, you got to make sure that you can use some other phrases that are more powerful compared to some common ones. Like for example, instead of saying in conclusion, you can say therefore, thus, or regardless, etc. There's some other strong words that you can use which have basically the same meaning but like farther uh above the level. Fifth is the composed demeanor. You have to make sure that you are calm and you have to establish some eye contact as well with the examiners to prove that you are confident in taking the speaking test. All right. For the second part, which is the group discussion, some tips I can give you is first, you have to be an active listener, okay? You have to make sure that you are not a burden to your group. You need to pay close attention and you also have to take notes during other candidates' individual presentations so that they can understand your group's perspective. Secondly is prep time. Basically, you have to use it uh, as much as possible as effectively as possible. All right. Third is confident articulation. You have to speak clearly, be confident, and always maintain a polite tone, even when disagree. Fourth is engaging and interacting with other participants or even examiners, so that you can get a chance to increase your mark. And fifth one, or the fifth tip is showing initiative. So you have to make sure you have to be respectful to your the other people in your room by not interrupting them, by having full interest and also being active and engaging during the discussion. Okay, here are some speaking skills that you can use to impress your examiners. First, of course, what I said before, vocabulary expansion. Make sure to master all the verbs, the nouns, etc. You know, the acronym, something like that, you know. Some tips that I can give you or a tip that I can give you from this is you can like listen to some podcasts or even read some articles because I'm certain by 100% that in most articles or podcasts, especially the formal one, they have some words that are relatively unknown to you guys. So make sure you understand from it and also take the knowledge from it, you know. Secondly is clear pronunciation. You have to make sure the pronunciation of your words are clear and also not distorted to avoid any mumbling. Okay. Third is the sentence variety. You can employ a range of sentence structures and connecting words to enhance the coherence and flow of your speech. Fourth is your natural intonation. Now, this is important because we don't want to make the examiner think that we have bad English or we have a rather terrible English skills due to our intonation. Like for example, let's say you guys are Malaysian, right? Of course. So just and let's say you want to talk in British accent. I, I suggest you to not do that. Just like speak in your normal accent, you know, because that way the examiner know that it's genuine and it's also your true nature of speaking English. And the last one is confident body language. You have to project confidence through positive body language and also expressive facial expressions to convey self assurance. Now, here are some mistakes that you can avoid during the MUET speaking test. First is running out of content or speaking too briefly, leaving your presentation incomplete. Second is failing to acknowledge or engage with other candidates during the group discussion. Third is using inappropriate language or exhibiting rude behavior, of course, because it's an English proficiency test and it's formal based. So yeah, make sure to not use any slangs or bad words from it. Fourth is speaking too softly or too quickly, making it difficult for your examiners and peers to understand it. Fifth is presenting ideas without a clear logical structure, leading to confusion and disorganization. Now, what we can conclude from this video is, first, of course, practice makes perfect. Just practice as much as you can, you know. Just don't try to be overly confident by not learning or studying everything regarding the web speaking test. Just be consistent, you know, consistently studying, you know, like let's say day one you want to learn about vocabulary, second day you want to learn about how you can speak fluently, etc. etc. That's how you basically build confidence and fluency during the speaking test. Second is the strategic approach. Leverage the test format to your advantage. What does that mean? Basically, you have to understand the format of your exam so that you can have a clear understanding and also mastery of that section. Okay. Third is confidence and clarity. You have to make sure to maintain a confident, clear, and courteous demeanor throughout both parts of the test. Just be yourself, man. Like, you don't need to be like others. Just be yourself and just speak normally. You like don't as try to not stutter as much and just say what comes in your mind, you know? And lastly, it's your time to shine. Just remember that this speaking test from WET is basically your opportunity to showcase how fluent and how you master your English communication skills. So, I'm sorry. Good luck, everybody who's taking the WET speaking test. I wish you all the best, and hopefully, you guys can get the result that you wanted so that you can enter your dream universities in Malaysia. So, that's all for the video today. Thank you all for participating in watching this, and also, um, you guys can drop a comment below if you guys have any questions regarding this, and we'll try to answer as much as possible. All right. So don't forget to hit the like button and also subscribe. Thank you so much, everybody. Goodbye.